Hey, what's up, guys? We are back. Welcome back to Texas and to the Bikingroots channel. I know it's been a while, so I can explain. So February and March are always pretty busy for us. I have to deal a lot with taxes and insurance stuff, and so it just takes a lot of time. And we've been really busy with service. Sales, not as much, but very busy with service stuff. And I actually made a video that I was going to post, but then in the end, it was about some of my frustrations with the current crazy bike market and pricing and stuff, but ended up deciding not to post that. So I don't know if I will, but probably not. But today we're going to talk about a bike that I've been wanting to talk about for a while and hadn't had the chance to actually ride the thing. So the bike we're talking about today is the Rift Zone 1. Now, this is going to be a riding video, so I am going to take this to the trail in just a second and get it dirty. And you're probably wondering, wait, this bike is already dirty. And yes, I actually filmed this intro yesterday, but the sound didn't take, so I'm filming it after yesterday's video. So I'm not going to go into all the different changes for 2023 specs and features in this video. I will put a link in the description or also below if you want that video and where I go over more of the different specs and features. The purpose of this video is to ride it. So now we will rewind back to yesterday when I had an opportunity to ride this on the trail. All right, here at Timberlane, get the bike unloaded and get it set up. It's a little bit misty. Hopefully the weather holds. All right, I think I'm almost ready to go. What do you guys think of the color? So if you don't like the blue and the orange, it does come in the charcoal and black color as well. And the guys thought it'd be funny to do the DMR, so blue on the left side and orange on the right side. Nice. It's a little on the chilly side this morning. Here we go. Oh, it feels so good to be out on the trails. It even feels pretty good. Thought it might be a little small, but feels quick and agile. Try the little jumps. Ooh, they're wet. Ah. Ooh. Okay, I ran out of speed. All right, haven't been on this one in a while. Here we go. I knew I was going to case that. I didn't have enough speed. I have cleared it before on my Forbidden. It's a little slick, wood slick. My tires are slick. I want it to be a good day, not a bad day, so we'll call it. Should we do the impossible climb? I've never made it, but today's the day. Just need to believe. Here we go. Oh. Oh, that's not the way to do it. All right, here we go. This time we got it. There we go. Oh, I'm in the wrong gear. Let me dump my gears. All right, here we go. This isn't too bad. It's just right here. This goes like straight vertical. You win again, hill. It's not too bad. Just kind of huck it off that. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Woohoo! Oh no, I gotta go back up this though. Oh, no stopping that time. Woo-hoo. That was fun. Whee. beautiful day. Feels great out here today. A little bit of a mist. Hey, it's not hot and humid. Not yet anyway. All right, runaway rickshaw. Yeah, all right, runaway rickshaw. Woohoo! Nice. Yeah, I need some more velocity to clear that one. Hopefully there's no gators here. We discovered gators a couple weeks ago by accident on a different trail up north. All right, here we go. Oh, almost. Oh, almost. Trails are in great shape. Good job, Paul, Brent, and the crew. It has been fun so far. I've been having a great time out here in my jungle. I spooked some deer over there. They finally said, I'm out of here. Look what they did to our car. Man, some of you may remember on previous videos, we've come out to the car trying to figure out what type of car it is, but I don't remember the roof being like this. So somebody modified the roof and looks like put the windshield wipers over on this log. Anyway, let's talk about the Rift Zone. So how is it ridden so far? I am very impressed, like seriously. I really like the medium. So for size, first of all, like I mentioned earlier, being 5'8", the previous medium was a little on the smaller side, but this one, I like it. At first I thought, yeah, maybe not, but no. The more I ride it, the more I'm like, this size feels good. And if I was to buy one, I would get the medium 27.5. 29er, I'd still do a medium. I wouldn't drop to the small. But for the 27.5, I would stick with the medium. So I'm really enjoying the new geometry, going down stuff. Some of the drops I took, obviously we don't have a lot of elevation here, but going down, some of the little drops that I had, it feels very stable. There were a couple times where I'm like, maybe a 29er I would have felt a little bit more comfortable, maybe just because like the bigger wheel. But for turns and things, I don't know. I miss 27.5 in some ways. I still like 29ers, but 27.5s just have a certain feel to them. Yeah, it could be like in the sports car world, say like, okay, the Corvette's like a bigger sports car, so I could compare that to like a 29er, and then this is like your Nissan Z. I don't know, like a little bit smaller, a little sportier, and a little more tossable in the turns. And I would say there's more smaller people on 27.5 and larger people tend to go towards the 29ers, which totally makes sense. Like I'm a smaller guy, so I like smaller things sometimes, smaller cars, even though I drive a big old van, but that's just for space. So let's talk about the suspension. Since this is new for 2023, going to the X-Fusion fork in the front, no longer the RockShox Recon. I do get 10 more millimeters of travel, which is nice. Performance-wise, I'd say it's kind of on par with the Recon. I wouldn't say it's necessarily better or worse. Well, I will say it feels a little bit smoother on the downstroke. The rebound's a little bit, I'd say it's a little bit slower on the X-Fusion. And maybe that's just me, or maybe I need to mess with it more, but I have the rebound set pretty fast. Compression's full open. It feels smooth. It's just the rebound is just, you have to pretty much keep it on the very fast setting. Same with the rear shock. This 02 Pro, I have the rebound knob turned almost all the way just to give me a better squish and not the sluggish rebound. So other than that, they both feel great. I think they match well together, and I wasn't quite sure how I'd like the X-Fusion, but so far I like it. I think it's a perfect fork for this bike. Drivetrain wise, Dior 11 speed with the Sunrace cassette, KMC chain, generic Samox or whatever it is, crankset. No issues. Yeah, it shifts fine for me. I didn't really have any skip shifts or any issues. Over time, sometimes we've had a little bit of issue with this drivetrain, just mainly the cassette and maybe the chain, not necessarily always the best match, but for the price point, it's fine. This is heavy, so if you did want to take some weight off the cassette, is where I would probably start. But when you're riding it, it doesn't feel that heavy. Jumping and things, yeah, maybe I wouldn't have cased, actually I probably would have still cased that jump even on a lighter bike, but it doesn't feel, when you're riding it, it doesn't feel like a heavy bike. The MT201 brakes have been fine. No issues. I've used these on obviously a number of bikes. They come stock on. And the rotors, I've mentioned this before in the other video. Yeah, they're resin only, not the best rotors, but if you did need a little bit more bite, I have had some fade issues when you're flying downhill for long periods of time, but for most people on most trails, they're perfectly adequate. And the tires, the Crown Gem, these are the V Crown Gem 2.35s, tubeless ready. I have tubes in them right now, and they were fine. I've had a few issues in the past. These aren't the grippiest tires, so if you did want to, most people would be perfectly fine with them front and rear, but if you felt like you need a little bit more traction up front, then you may want to change out the front, leave the back so it's a little faster, a little more nimble in the turns. Even on a little bit looser trail today, they're fast. I definitely like them better than the Flow Snap Techie compounds. Those are slow. So these are perfectly fine on this bike. All right, so who's this bike for? I wish all beginners getting into the sport would be able to get in on a Rift Zone. I think that would be an awesome intro to mountain biking. Obviously not everyone's gonna pony up $17.99 when they're first starting out in a sport. Most people, that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. So most people tend to settle like on a Bobcat or another bike in that $700 to $1,000 range. But if you could get a full suspension, I think it's a great beginner bike. So if you have the means and want a great experience right out the bat as a beginner mountain biker, the Rift Zone is a great option. The other bike this person is for is someone who, they're kind of the weekend warrior. They may ride a 26-inch bike, maybe a 27.5 or 29, and they're finally like, you know what? My butt hurts. I'm tired of bouncing around on the trails. I want a little bit nicer bike. This is a great option for you. Your first full suspension bike without going way up into over $2,000 and getting ahead of yourself. This is a great option for those just starting out. No, it does not come with a dropper post standard, but you can add one for a couple $100 as the routing. Not a deal breaker for me, but some of you may be like, I'm spending almost $2,000 on a bike. It has to have a dropper post, and that's fine. We can put it on right away if you want the bike. So yeah, you may want to upgrade right away. Others, maybe down the road, get the dropper post. For me, I rode 20-something years without a dropper post, and so yeah, they're nice, but for me, they're not always essential. We live in a flatter area too, so we're not flying down hills all day long. All right, guys, well, tell me what you guys think. Let me know if you have any questions on the Rift Zone. If you have a sizing question or spec question, let me know. Do you like the bike? Are you going to get one? I know there's a lot of options for you right now, and a lot of stuff is very well priced right now. I still think the Rift Zone comes in at a good spot. If you're kind of in between, or you're like, well, maybe I'll get a used bike. Used bikes can be a good option. I'll have another video on another time about why you should or why you should not buy a used bike. Keep in mind, for $17.99, you get a 5-year warranty, which is nice. So if any mishap does happen, you have that peace of mind, which you don't get with a used bike in most cases. Keep that in mind if you're shopping in that price range and you're maybe thinking new versus used. Well, the weather's great. It is going to start heating up, and then the bugs are going to start finding me. So I'm going to keep riding. But if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel if you want to see more from Biking Roots. And we will see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye. That was fun. No snakes. No snakes. There we go. Oh. Easy. Yeah.